Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Cancer. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers, please. Ooh. All right, so your person is showing up as the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So the wait is over, or they're like done waiting is what I'm getting. All right, your energy, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you may feel like this is a missed opportunity, or maybe you feel like you've been waiting for a while for this person. And we see the Seven of Wands. Okay. Interesting energy. I kind of feel like Cancer, some of you are getting a little sick of waiting for this person, either to ask you out or to take things to the next level. And we see the Four of Cups energy in reverse. Yeah, this person's getting ready to open up to you emotionally, Cancer. But a lot of you, it's taken a long time, right? I don't know if you're waiting for a reunion. I don't know if you're waiting for an apology, waiting for them to ask you out, waiting for things to move to the next level. But with the Seven of Wands, I feel like you both have been for different reasons, protecting your energy. But I also feel at the same time, the Seven of Wands is like, let's fight for this. All right, so both of you, I do see you want this, but I feel like some of my Cancers, you're feeling a little bit like you're at the end of your rope here with this person, okay? So let's see, they're in the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They've been strategizing, they've been reviewing the past. They're ready to take action is what I'm getting. All right, Justice card in reverse, Libran energy. They've made a decision, but it kind of feels like this person has been keeping things superficial. They've maybe been acting a little bit aloof or like not super emotionally invested. Okay, they're viewing you as the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So they know you've been hanging around. They know that you've been waiting. They know that you've been feeling a little bit stuck. Interesting energy. All right, and some of you, you know what, Cancers? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, you're ready to let this go or chalk this up to a missed opportunity as something that you see a lot of potential here, or you saw a lot of potential, but, you know, it's taken too long, or it's taking a long time. You do want commitment, stability, security, marriage. I mean, this could be somebody you've been dating for a long time, and you've been waiting for them to, you know, propose or, want to move into the next level. For others of you, you know, this could be somebody you've been crushing on, you've been flirting with, you've been checking out. And I feel like you've been really consistent, Hierophant energy, consistent, loving, or open, grounded. Okay, but a lot of you, like I said, it's like you've gotten to the end of your rope here. All right, I don't know if that's the right saying, but that's what's coming through. Let's see how you're viewing this person. This person knows you've been waiting, or they've kept you waiting. You see this person as the Ace of Cups, so you have a lot of feeling. You have a lot of emotion for this person. You see a lot of potential for the next step. Now, they are planning on reaching out and making themselves more emotionally available, asking you out, apologizing, proposing, whatever it might be. The Seven of Wands tells me that what's going on between the two of you is there has been a little bit of defensiveness here, but for different reasons. Because some of my Cancers, you're sick of waiting, so you're looking at, okay, I need to protect my energy. Maybe I need to think about moving on here. And this person, I feel, hasn't been quite ready for whatever reason, but I get there's an energy of both of you wanting to fight for this, wanting to work on this. They're viewing the connection as the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so they see that this connection hasn't been moving forward. Some of you, they were a little bit worried about abundance or finances. They may have felt like they weren't where they needed to be to take the next step, or they may have been worried that you two don't agree or, have, finances and abundance and all that stuff in order. And you're viewing the connection as the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So right now you're seeing it as, you're seeing this as a missed opportunity or something that you may not channel more effort and time into, even though you have all these strong feelings for them and you saw or see all of this potential. This person is seeing this connection not moving forward, and they realize that you've been there, you've been stable, you've been waiting, you've been holding space, and that they need to take action. 7 of Swords energy in reverse. A lot of my Cancers, you're getting ready to move on because you're seeing clearly like this doesn't work for me, or being in ambiguity here or waiting is, you know, is depleting me. It's diminishing. All right, so let's see what we need to know about this person. Oops, all right. Wait, that was too many. Let's see what we need to know about this person. Yin yang. So they definitely feel like you two complete each other in the most harmonious ways. They feel like you two are a really good match. You balance each other out. Door to value. Yeah, this person, I do think there's some concerns here about finances and on their end. Like they may have really felt like they didn't have enough, or they weren't in a good place to have a relationship or to get married or to move in together or whatever it might be. But I actually feel like something like that has shifted or is shifting for them. All right, and we see the Goddess of the Moon. That's your energy, Cancer. So they see your worth and your value. And I also feel like this person is starting to really tap into and trust their intuition. They have deep romantic feelings here. And I do think this person wants to take the next step. It just feels like they've kept you waiting for a while. We see deceit showing up in reverse. So you're about to get some clarity here from this person. All right. Let's see, Cancer, what we need to know about them. Their shadow or something that may have been holding them back. Yeah, you believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally into your life. Yeah, again, they may have felt like being in a relationship was too much. It was overwhelming. It was too hard. Whatever that next step is. Okay. And giving too much. You're depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. Yeah, and I don't really get that this person was giving too much to you, Cancer. In fact, I think it's quite the opposite. But I do think this really speaks to they're feeling depleted, and that they didn't feel like they had enough to give you or had enough to move this connection forward. But like I said, I don't know if they've gotten a raise or a promotion, or they're just feeling more abundant, or they have more time in their schedule, or they're just much more balanced where they're like, okay, yeah, I can move things forward. At the bottom of the deck, we get losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. I think this person is worried about losing themselves and not having enough to offer you. But I think they're having a real realization here, Cancer, that they have more power and agency, or they're in a much more balanced place where that doesn't have to happen. And that wouldn't happen because of you. It would happen because of them. Right? Losing themselves or overgiving. So let's see what this person wants to say to you. I failed to give you what you need. So maybe that's true in the past. I still get that that's a fear that they have, Cancer. Like that they're not going to be good enough, or they're not where they need to be financially to take the next step, or they don't have enough time in their schedule. All right, and regret. I wish this never happened, but they do have regret and remorse because they're starting to realize that there's a shift here in your energy. You know, like even if you are still holding space for this person, Cancer, they're realizing that them keeping you waiting, them being a little bit aloof or maybe a bit disconnected here, has actually shifted how you feel about them. Like you're not showing up in that like pure love energy. Like you're starting to really, okay, take a look and see, like, does this work for you? I feel like you're not giving as much. You probably started meeting this person where they were meeting you, and that's why they're feeling this imbalance. It's exposing a gap. And the gap is coming from them, that you were doing more emotional labor, or you were reaching out, or you were always kind of moving things forward. So I do think that they're coming to this understanding. Disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. So this person may want to, I don't know if you've had a fight or an argument here, Cancer. But I do think that this person, wants to be able to tell you how they feel, what they've learned. I don't know if it's necessarily a change of heart here, Cancer, but I think they're starting to realize that this connection was imbalanced, but it didn't have to be. Right? Like, even if, for example, they don't make as much money as you or something, or you have nicer things or whatever it might be, it's like the imbalance was coming from them is what I'm getting. And then you were most likely overgiving, compensating, trying to make them feel like, it was okay, or trying to be supportive. All right, let's see what's hidden here. Anything that we need to know that we might not be seeing here for my dear Cancers. Anything here we might not be seeing that we need to know. This person is choosing you, but you two may have some personality clashes here, or you may show up in the relationship differently. Again, I do feel like this is somebody who kind of, acts a little bit detached. They may be even a little bit activated when they feel like there's imbalance. And I feel like it's like when they feel there's imbalance, in the sense that when they feel like maybe you have more, or you give more, or you can give more. But Cancer, they know and they recognize you are like no other. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Oops, we already pulled from that deck. Sorry. Let's see what else we need to know about this person or this connection. What else do my Cancers need to know about this person or this connection? All right, so we see empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. So what I'm kind of getting here, Cancer, I'm not seeing an empath and narcissist paradigm. You may be thinking that right now. You might be feeling like that. You're the empath and this person is more of the narcissist, or more self-absorbed. And I do think they probably do come off that way sometimes. And I think this person has kept really strong boundaries, and that may have rubbed you the wrong way, because it kind of feels unnecessary. And to me, this is an indication that they're reacting to previous hurt, heartbreak, trauma, previous relationships. Yeah, but they're ready to take a chance, a risk. They're being strategic. They're not showing their hand. They are planning on some sort of love offer here, Cancer. Interesting. Cancer, in your energy, your advice and guidance. Yep. So we see codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, or a restraint. More so what I'm getting here is like you've recognized that this person has been holding back. Justice card in reverse, acting a bit, restrained, aloof. You may have found yourself obsessing about this connection at times, but you're recognizing that this person has had a block or a restraint in coming towards you. And I feel like you've held space. I feel like you've been generous. I feel like you've been loving and giving, and you have really strong feelings for this person, and you see a lot of potential, but it's like they need to step up. It does look like they're going to try, but I don't know if your feelings have changed. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. I'm not sure if my Cancers, if your feelings have changed. Yeah, healing from heartbreak, freedom from relationship or addiction. Some of you, you're seeing something here that's unhealthy, and you've maybe been waiting long enough. I just kind of feel like you don't want to wait anymore. Okay, but you're about to get some sort of shock or some sort of surprise with the Lightning card. All right, Cancer, let's see what this person's very next actions are towards you. Because you want commitment and stability, and it's like you have feelings for this person, and you see and saw so much potential. I just feel like they've been dragging their feet, and it's actually changed the way you feel about them. And they may have put up like unnecessary boundaries or reacted in a way that didn't make sense to you because they didn't feel like they were good enough, or they didn't have enough, or they didn't have balance. But something here has shifted for them. But I don't know. Some of my Cancers, like, it's hard to come back from, maybe you've, seen some stuff here that you can't unsee. All right. We see Emperor energy. This person's ready to step up, bring this connection into balance, coming towards you, taking action and communicating. All right. Queen of Pentacles in reverse tells me this person does struggle with a little bit of self-worth. I don't know if they feel physically not where they want to be, financially or something like that, but they're ready to step up. But I do think this person's insecurities have been holding them back, Cancer. All right, let's go to the Quiet Truth Oracle. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers. What do my Cancers need to hear here? Nothing needs to be fixed right now. Because I kind of feel like, my Cancers, you've always been kind of fixing things and working on it, trying to make things better, trying to make this person more comfortable, trying to explain why you feel a certain way. And Spirit saying, not right now. Nothing needs to be fixed right now. You need to watch and wait and see what this person does. You've been patient long enough. There it is. And your feelings are responding accurately. I think some of my Cancers, your feelings have changed, or you're seeing this person differently. And you're not misreading this. So don't gaslight yourselves. All right. At the bottom of the deck here, we see stillness is the right response. This person needs to come to you, and then you need to assess whether or not it's good enough. All right. Sending you so much love and light, my Cancers. Take care.